How's it going? We need to get to work. We've got a lot to do this episode. First things first, I'm just still not happy with the front of Greg's Tavern. I realize it's in our initial build and we have limited blocks, but I'm gonna go make the lanterns real quick. I'm gonna make some fence posts, add a little bit more texture to the front here, maybe add like a little lean-to for some horses on the side, and then we'll finally get started on the mine. I need to leave Greg's in a better place before we move on, so let's go do that real quick. The good news is my voice has recovered quite a bit, so we should be able to get a very productive episode in this week. I'm excited to finally make some real progress. We're definitely going to get that mine entrance done. We'll get our mine levels down, and then if we get lucky and hit some lava early, we may or may not make our nether portal today. Let's see how it goes though. I don't want to overpromise. I feel like I've overpromised a couple episodes already and underdelivered, so today we'll underpromise and hopefully overdeliver. What else was I here for? I came over here for something very... oh, oak logs, yeah. I'm also grabbing some oak logs. Oh crap, that's what I came here for specifically, and I didn't even grab it. I need to make some lanterns. Excuse my inventory. I don't know what it is. You know, I am typically someone that is just meticulous with my inventory, but a couple things. I don't like wearing the armor for these Let's Plays because I like my skin. I spent a lot of time crafting and perfecting this beautiful face, and I don't want to cover it up constantly, so I need to get some kind of texture pack that hides my armor or something because I just don't like covering it up. It's very dangerous, but we're still deathless on this server, so I guess it's not too dangerous. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, remember when I got that jungle wood so I can make scaffolding? Yeah, I still haven't done that, so old-fashioned way. We're gonna throw that there. I'm gonna throw another one over here in this window, and then you notice I grabbed a bunch of oak logs because we need to break up all of these oak textures. Oh, I wanted spruce trapdoors too, is another thing I wanted to add for texture here. That's a nice window. Do you like that oak log? Whoops. That. Bam bam. Bob is your uncle. Yeah, that's much better. We'll go upstairs real quick, grab those. Sorry, I feel like I'm rushing a little bit right now, but it was killing me that this was all so flat. We'll do the same thing on the sides and the top. Let me run up here real quick. Alright, that should look significantly better out here out front already. Just throwing a little bit of detail in there. Yeah, much better. Now I'll throw some spruce trap doors on the connection points. I'm sure I have some over there, but I don't want to walk. And I don't think you want to hang out while I do. How many should we need here? 6? That's probably not enough. We'll throw these in the, like, so it's like the anchor for the cross-section ones. Yeah, much better. This is way more bulky and big than I originally imagined. Realistically, as I look at this more and more, I think I would have preferred to have not done this post and beam style with the supports and just had these textured in with the walls. Because that could have saved us, you know, 2 blocks off either end and 2 blocks off the face and the rear. I wanted it to feel more like a small, cozy tavern, but it's so hard to get a functional interior on a smaller building like that, so we went a little bigger than we probably should have, so that's what we're here for. We're here to learn and get better at this, and hopefully you're willing to sit through that with me. Okay, there it is, the face of Greg's Tavern. We might do a little bit more touch-up work. Again, I want to add some kind of like horse stable here. There's a bunch of horses around here. We actually did fish up a saddle. I think I lost the clip actually in one of the replay mod clips that we lost last episode. So I don't have it on camera, but we fished up a saddle so we can get a horse when we're ready. But that's not priority. So first things first, let's build a little quick path down over to here where our main entrance is going to be. Someone commented last video, I think his username was, excuse me, I'm gonna butcher this. I don't know if it's Swedish but I believe his username was Cruentus? You can correct me again in the comments if you're watching this now. But he recommended a water feature coming down this, and actually, kind of funnily enough, there's one singular block of water that runs down the center of this bowl. This is also right behind the tavern. I don't know if I showed the proximity of this hole in the last video either, but the inn is right there, so this could be, he said he recommended a secret entrance, I think, and that's not a bad idea, but I also think that this could be like maybe the builder's entrance. So when they are initially mining out and excavating down into the mine, they may go for a more traditional, you know, path excavated with staircases and stuff, and then eventually move forward to the water elevator drop zone And we're probably going to do that in reverse because this will be a pretty massive build to build the staircase down into here. And I do like the idea of like a river either running out of these rocks and falling down into a pond, or somehow coming over the top of here. I don't know exactly, because there's this opening here, so we could have some kind of water feature coming out of there and falling down into the cliff. But either way, I agree. I think there's something here. We definitely have to use this for something. There's some more water actually falling down right there. But we'll make it look prettier and do like a cool fountain at the bottom that it lands in, or like maybe a pond where the bottom of it is all etched out from the water falling over it for years. We'll make it work. Oh, we need to plant more trees too. I'll be honest, on initial inspection, I think one of our trees is immediately already in our way. So let's see, do we want to curve around it? I want this area to feel, again, rural and secluded and like, you know, it's a settlement, right? There are people that live here, there are woodcutters. We'll build some more houses for the actual woodcutters in the environment. Maybe even like a tiny shop, so you have like the tavern, a shop, and some houses. It's going to be a very small little village. But I don't want it to be like an urban road area, so I do want it to kind of feel like it's one with the environment that it's in. So we want to keep the paths tight and kind of claustrophobic and not well kept, because they're more like worn areas where, you know, common traffic areas happen. But we'll have to do a little landscaping too, because I don't love the beach encroaching so far. We'll probably push the grass out a little bit, where this kind of almost looks square, but we'll fix that. And then let me find out exactly where we want to hit here. I like to keep my paths typically like 3 blocks wide, and we're going to go right into this annoying water. I think this is the entrance to our mine right here, this face. I don't know if the vision is there for everyone looking at it, but I can almost see the overhang of the mine entrance here. You'll see when we start digging the actual tunnel down to the depths, kind of what I mean when I say I do like I do a full drop into a water, because obviously that's the fastest way to get down there. And then I'll do like a bubble elevator, which kind of always goes fully top to bottom. And then we'll have a third lane, which kind of takes you to like the iron level or lapis level, where you don't really find those ores as much down by deep slate anymore. Yeah, we're gonna have to push back this little pond some. I like the idea of having a little water feature here, especially with shaders. It's just always kind of nice to have water around, but see where this kind of spills out? I think we'll actually just use that as like a natural endpoint for the water. Okay, so that gives us a good target for our path. Let's start kind of snaking back towards where we already created. We want to stay near this water, but we want to leave room. I'll probably put some fence posts. You know, the workers are going to want to avoid falling in the water. And then we're also going to have to ease this hill a little bit, because this is pretty steep. Probably at least a 2-block ledge here. We'll use some like slabs and stuff to kind of make this a much more walkable path too, but this is a little bit of an extreme slope. It wouldn't really make sense for someone to build a staircase down such a steep embankment, right? You would have built the path around the other way or something. But where we want our path specifically here, we gotta make the environment fit a path. Actually, you know what? Looking at this, we'll just remove this whole layer because it kind of is a weird outcropping anyway. So if we rip this off, that gives us two. We'll have to knock another layer off here and here. Let me go get another shovel because apparently ours was very low on life. Well, we took too long getting a shovel, so I think we'll sit here and enjoy a nice sunset while we wait until the game will let us sleep. Because Mojang does not believe in naps. Wish the night wasn't so dangerous, because with shaders, it's just a great ambiance. The sun setting just over the ridge, some light clouds, the galaxies. It's pretty beautiful. It's unfortunate that the monsters we created during the Great War plague us during the darkness, but the night sky is beautiful. I know that probably seemed kind of silly to carve the edge of this cliff off just for a little walking path, but I really do think it's like the little touches like this, where this feels more like a natural path to the mine entrance versus, you know, either going around the hill or jumping up a block every step on a cliff. I mean, this will allow us to put like a wood plank there and still have path blocks intermixed for the path. And this just feels like, oh, the cliff's turning, so we'll go naturally in this direction. And then, oh, there's a pond here, so we'll kind of curve back towards the, I don't know. It makes sense in my brain. So that's kind of where my head's at with doing things like this with my paths. Also, we need to fix stuff like that, but that's fine. All right, where do we leave off? I see it there. Okay, we want to do a straight shot. Well, actually, we'll curve this thing a little bit more, kind of back away from the sandy beach area. Again, I want to knock this beach back some, but even still, I think I'd rather keep the path a little bit away from it. All right, we'll grab a few more lanterns. We're not going to fully decorate the mine entrance right now. I just want to kind of get the shape down. So we'll grab a few more lanterns so that we can decorate it immediately, even though I just said that we wouldn't. And then I think I want spruce logs for the supports, because let's be honest, spruce is just the most versatile wood. 5 lanterns. That's exactly how many I wanted. We'll keep the fence posts as well. Those are useful. We may decorate our path some too. We'll throw some fence posts down by the path. It's not a bad idea while we're at this. What else? Oh, I kind of need stone. I'm just gonna waste the coal. Use up 8 coal. We need stone to be able to start mixing into some of our cobble, because if we just keep hitting cobblestone everywhere, it's not gonna work out. It's kind of annoying to waste coal on something like that so early. Oh look, we did that earlier. Apparently we were thinking ahead. And we'll grab some andesite. Andesite, stone, cobblestone. We only have 26 cobblestone. We're going to get some more as we're hollowing out, so we shouldn't need more of that. We've got spruce logs and fences. Oh, I wanted a barrel. What's a barrel? Is it slabs? I've kind of been thinking a lot lately about how I want to handle resource grinds moving forward. So the issue that I'm trying to get through is like, I want to make progress on these episodes, but I also want to keep them slow paced. I know it seems like it's probably like it's kind of a double negative, I guess, in a way, where it's like, oh, I want to get things done, but I want to do it slowly. So here's what I'm considering. There's kind of 2 options the way I see it. We can just continue to kind of have these kind of slow baby steps through our world in episodes, and I'm fine with that, I think. As long as, you know, you guys are too. But then the other option is I'm considering live streaming once a week. I don't have a schedule yet, and I definitely have a very limited schedule in general, even just to get these videos out once a week. But I'm thinking if we can live stream once a week, it'll give whoever wants it the chance to watch the VOD back if they want to see actually kind of every moment in the Let's Play. And that'll allow me to kind of gather resources, kind of just do like, they would strictly be either mining or wood chopping or digging up deserts for sand, you know, the monotonous tasks that you kind of have to go through. Fishing, maybe, if I want to try to get a bunch of fishing resources, you get the kind of idea. And maybe here and there, I would do some kind of like paths, especially once we start getting the villages kind of farther apart from each other. You know, building a path 600 blocks, it just takes a long time, but I think it is worth it. And I think a live stream is a good place for that stuff to happen. So let me know if you'd be interested in a live stream. I'm not sure that we have enough people following the journey right now to justify something like that, but I've streamed to 0 people before, so I'm not afraid to do it again. And it still gives you the opportunity to watch the VOD anyway, so it's not like you have to make it to the live streams. So that might be how we move forward. I'm still definitely not 100% decided on that, and I'm not ready to start live streaming right now anyway, so we've got time. But just a thought. For now, you know, we'll make what progress we can make while keeping everyone along for the ride, so. And we didn't bring enough spruce logs, or we did? We did bring enough. Let me dig through these walls, and you can watch it at a much faster pace, and we'll get stuff lined up here. Okay, Okay, so hopefully I painted a mental picture enough that this makes sense. So we've got 3 chutes, one for kind of a middle depth, one for the deepest depth, and one for our bubble elevator to get back up. I should have made this maybe a little bigger. I realize now it's kind of hard to texture and detail this. Maybe we'll rough the ceiling up a little bit. The question is, where do we put bubble in the middle and then like shallow and deep? I think that makes sense. Because you want to always come up the middle, maybe? I guess it doesn't really matter. Because when you're down in the mine, you won't be able to orient yourself to where you were offset versus the other things. But I'm thinking bubble elevator in the middle, shallow on the left, deep on the right. Because that would make sense to me mentally, I think. And again, unfortunately, for now, we're just using ladders, but eventually it'll be a bubble elevator. The thing about a walking path is you want to be able to walk on it, so I don't want to have to jump pretty much ever. This is still a little too straight for my liking. We'll extend this side. We need like trees, I think, is the biggest issue, is that this is still so wide open. But this part of the path is going to need some kind of figuring out. It needs some work. This is definitely our most dull area. Anyway, back to what we were really trying to get done here. Let's start digging down. This is probably the most dangerous part, considering we already know there's a giant cavern underneath our base somewhere. For now, we'll just dig it down as one long strip here, and then we'll stop when we hit like, I can't even remember what the good iron level is, but it's probably like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or 10. We can adjust that. I might have to do some research to figure out what the perfect level is for middle depth. And then deepest, and then this one is also deepest because the bubble elevator, you'll be able to step into it at any level, and it'll take you to the top no matter what. So that's fine. Okay, start digging down. Alright, we got a little sidetracked in that little cavern down there. It's time to test our first drop here. If we plan this correctly, we should be totally fine to drop to our first level. And then we'll keep digging down. That cave, I thought was going to be amazing. It was actually pretty short-lived. Unfortunately, it is also not the exact Y level. Ah, beautiful. I knew that was going to work. And unfortunately, I wanted to stop at Y level 16. I think at 16, you still can get coal, technically. So I like to stay up a little bit, and you can still get lapis and iron, so it's like coal, lapis, iron. It's a decent level for that stuff. But unfortunately this floor is like 8 or 12 or something like that, so we'll have to walk up there and then strip mine from there probably, but it's kind of a cool entrance still. We'll pretty this area up and make the drop into it cooler, and obviously this will get closed in more and be a bubble elevator as we talked about before, so step in, zip, zoom up to the top. So for bubble elevators, you have to have signs, and then this will be a water block. So this will come out 2 more like that. And then there you go. You'll zoom up to the top instead of using a really long ladder. But for now, it's a ladder. So we'll keep going down to, not bedrock, but I don't know, what, negative 56 or so probably. A little bit off of the bottom. Hopefully we find some lava and, oh, we didn't make our, or we'll find, if we find some lava, we'll run back up and grab our diamonds so we can get some obsidian and step into the nether. Okay, we found some lava. This is not a huge pool. Hopefully it's more than one layer deep. Unfortunately, we forgot to get that second bucket of water, and we forgot to refill our first bucket of water. So we're going to have to take the slow way down and the slow way up and get our diamonds, and then come back here, grab some stuff, go back up, make our portal, and then I think this episode will just peak in the Nether. We'll see. We'll see if I'll show it this episode or not. I'll have to wait till the end, which is, you know, not going to be long because I'm probably just going to time-lapse or cinematic shot the way back. So we'll be back here in a jiffy, or a snap, or, you know, something fast. Our first diamond pickaxe. Yoink. Okay. 2 buckets of water. Diamond pickaxe. That can get us infinite water down there. Grab our obsidian. We'll come back, and I didn't anticipate this part, but actually we'll have to build a temporary nether portal, because I do want to build some kind of structure or hidden cave or something cool for the nether portal. But for now, maybe we'll do Greg's Tavern's basement is like a D&D basement, and we'll make the portal down there. We'll play it by ear, but for now, let's get that done, and let's see what's on the other side. It is so unsatisfying that we can't just jump down the deep hole. It's such a bummer that we forgot our bucket. Imagine that, but just times 2. Okay, let's head down to Greg's basement and make a quick little portal room, and then let's see what's on the other side. If you made it this far in the episode, I appreciate you. Thanks for sticking around. Have a good one. Oh my